This is T Trades here coming to you with another video. I am looking to make $184. I just made a trade here. I wasn't recording. I was doing some other things as I was trading, but I'm going to show you the trade we just took today. Here's today's date, the 3rd here. It is about 9:35 Eastern Standard Time. So we just took this trade here, and we took a down trade right on this candle right here as the price went up into the 4-period moving average. You see how price was coming down. We're coming down. We saw the momentum in the market. Stochastic was open. MACD was nice and open. So we had a lot of momentum from the sellers coming in. And we just got in on this quick momentum trade here. We barely made that one. But as you can see, the RSI was showing us that, of course, the sellers did have the strength here. So if you look at the trade, we got into the trade right here. Price went up on us right here. We were losing the trade for the first half of the 15 seconds. And right around maybe the middle of that, probably about around 8 seconds, we came down to where the price was. Price bounced off our level again. And then I'll say probably around about maybe 11 seconds left or 12 seconds left, we got right. The price dropped below our level, hit it again, hit the bottom. Didn't quite get to it, so still would have cleared the trade. And then eventually it went down. So pretty close call there, but we just saw the momentum in the market there where we had enough time in 15 seconds to get in the trade and make our clear. So we're looking to get one more trade here. Let me close this. Looking to get one more trade. And as we can see, the buyers are gaining strength. We just broke above the 87-period moving average. And I'm looking at this level, this area of rejection here as I marked the wicks up here. So we're going into a rejection zone. If the buyers can break this, I'm gonna go ahead and place a buy order. So we have this stochastic has going into slightly overbought, just slightly. So I'm looking to buy once we break and close above this level. As you can see, we did get this rejection. We got this rejection right here off that level. Here's that rejection zone. So I'm looking for the buyers to continue to push. They do have the strength. Strength is coming in for the buyers, but we are oversold and we're not too far. We're just barely above the 87-period moving average. Again, that's our highest moving average that we use, and we are overbought. So here comes the sellers. I do want to see my stochastic cross though if I'm going to sell for this overbought position, because I will be coming in too late after this rejection. So that would have been a very good place to sell right here after this rejection. But I think I'm too late, so I just have to wait now. But from the looks of it, the buyers could take this up if they hold the momentum together, if they hold strength together. You see the strength holding right here on the 50-period moving average. I'm sorry, on the 50% mark on the RSI. They're holding strength. So as you can see, the strength coming up slightly. I do want to see more momentum though from the buyers, which I don't really see in the price action. So sellers might take this one. Not sure, but I might go to another. We're on Boeing right now. I might check out Apple or American Express, see if something is moving a little better. It's kind of consolidating now. As we came up here to 87, as you can see, the first count, this red candle, then you have a blue candle. So we're just basically consolidating here. So here the buyers are trying to they're trying to gain momentum as shown up in the MACD. But I would like to see the strength come up above about 50% on the RSI to really make a sell. I'm sorry, to make a buy. And again, I would like to see this area be broken. I need to see this area, so that will actually let me see that the buyers are really pushing this market up at least for the next couple of minutes. All I need is like 2 or 3 minutes. That's all I need. That's all I need. So if they can bring the market back up to this point here, all I need for them is to break and close and just push the market up through here. We can get in on our 15-second trade. But the sellers are coming in right at this level, as you can see from the last, I don't know, maybe about probably the last last 40 minutes or so here, the sellers have actually more than that. Probably the last hour. If you look back here to up here, the sellers have been bringing the price down. So they've been bringing price down from about right here. So maybe looking to take a sell trade, but I do want to see the strength. I don't see the strength right now. Right now the buyers are trying to hold it together, and right now we are above the 9-period moving average. So I want to see them break below the 9 and the 26. And right now there's not a lot of momentum in the market as well, so I have to be really careful taking this last trade. I have to be really careful. As you can see, the sellers are just pushing it down really slow here. All right, they're gaining strength. Look at the RSI. They're gaining strength. Gaining strength. Five, four, three. Let's see if we can get in on this trade right here. Let's see if we can get in right here. As we push down, let's see if we get a push down. I'm going to, let's see if I'm going to take this one. Nah, I don't want to take that one yet. Don't want to take it. Let's see if we can take this one. It's kind of tricky here. See price coming up. Let's see if we get a pullback. Pullback, not enough. Pullback. 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 Wait for that. Wait for a nice pullback. It's too much. I'll wait after this candle here. See what the buyers do, because that's a rejection now. I thought we were gonna get on the pullback, but and continue downward. Buyers trying to come back in, so I'm not gonna mess with this one right here. So that's a little rejection there. Buyers trying to keep momentum up here above the 0 line on the MACD. So they're trying to keep momentum up, and the strength is it's right there on the 50. So I'm gonna just wait to see. I want to see a stronger bias in the market. That's what I need to see. I need to see a stronger bias. I really need to see that the sellers are really gonna push this thing down, or that the buyers are gonna really take it up. So I'm gonna declare this area a no trade zone. So I'm just gonna make this my no trade zone, where I don't place any trades, because it could go really either way in this zone here. So right here, where we got our first trade right here, as it broke out of this zone, and we were able to get in a momentum trade really fast, and we barely cleared that one. So I really want to see a stronger bias in the market. Actually, I'm gonna take a look at a couple of other assets here. Okay, look at Apple. Apple is looking like we just had look at this big bullish engulfing candle here. This might be a start to something. So let me check this out. All right, let's look at some level of resistance here. Where will we possibly come back down? Let's see how much we can get in here. I'm gonna just move this back here. All right, so here's a level here of rejection here. As you can see, look at this level right here. Look where it's rejecting off. I'm gonna bring this up to this area over here. Look to the left. Look to the left. Look at the history. Look where the market has been already. Look at the tracks. And I'm gonna take one here where this wick is. I'm looking to the left over here. That's trading 101. Well, I wouldn't say trading 101, but technical analysis 101. All right, I brought up 2 more levels here. I think I'm gonna stick with Apple. Apple's look like it's moving pretty good. So this is going up. So let's see if we can get in on the trading. On the buying opportunity here. Once we break this level, I'm gonna be looking to buy. If we break the level, I see the stochastic has crossed above the 80% mark here. Buyers coming back in, but sellers coming back in, not strong, right, still above the 4-period moving average. Looking for that bounce off the moving average. Hopefully we can get that bounce off the moving average. Hopefully we can stay above the 4 and we can take this up trade. 16 seconds left. See if we can bounce off the 4 here. 8 seconds left. But I really need to see that it's going to break above this level here. That means the buyers are not able to push the price. There we go. Come on, buyers. Let's push this up. Let's push this up. Let's see if we can get that push. I'm looking for a push up above this previous candle, and we'll take the buy if that happens. But here comes the sellers pushing it below the 4 period. I'm still looking to buy. Let's just let the sellers have their little time here. Sellers have their time here. Buyers push the market back up. Looks like the seller's going to take this one. But again, our next level here will either be the 9 or right here on this level here, where we had this nice, look at this nice area right here. So we might bounce off this level here, and look at where the 9 is. 5, 4. Seller's taking this on down. See if we can get a bounce somewhere around the 9 period or on this level. Not looking to sell yet. Not looking to sell. Now if the seller's going to bring it down below the 26 and close below the 26 and have the strength, then we'll be looking for a sell. So, but I'm not looking for a sell right now. We did hit tops up here, according to the RSI at least. But I like to see my tops on my. I'm sorry, according to the stochastic. But I like to see it on the RSI. The RSI does a better job measuring it. All right, buyers coming back in, great. I want to see it push above that level. I only have 12 seconds, so I gotta wait. I want to wait until this level breaks. Here we go. All right, now I need a closing. Let's see if we get a closing. All right, now I need to push above this wick here. Sellers coming back in, that's fine. Should we take it? I'm waiting to close. I'm gonna take it right here. All right, we got the trade, and we're done for today. We made our last trade here. That was another close one, but we did see the momentum in the market, and that's my wife. So we did see the momentum in the market here. Let's take a look at it really quick. What happened? It did as we called it. Was looking for that break above this level here, and as you can see, the buyers were having a hard time up in this zone. A lot of times when you break these levels, the sellers, the opposite side is going to try to come back. Either if you're breaking a sell zone, if you're breaking a support zone, the buyers are going to try to come in and take advantage of that high price, of that low price. If you're breaking a resistance level, the sellers are going to start trying to sell off. People are going to try to take profits. So a lot of times when you first break that level, you're going to have some some opposition. But look at what it's doing now. So this would have been a better buy after we finished that candle. But we took it on this candle. Fortunately, we got it. The buyers were able to hold it together. As you can see, we came in here as the market was going up. It came back down under our price, came back up above our price, and it came back down. And it stayed down for probably literally until the last second and a half or so. So, again, it was a nice momentum trade. We saw where the buyers were able to push it back above the 4-period moving average. So as you can see, your moving averages are spreading out here. They're spreading out really nice. And so you do still have that buying pressure. But again, the sellers people are taking profits up here. So if you think about it, if you're doing traditional trading, if you buy down here somewhere, have your stop loss maybe at the 87-period moving average, this is what I might do. If I doing a traditional trading, if I'm trading the stock, I would probably take a buy down here, put my stop loss probably at this level, probably get in the trade as we saw this rejection here, probably get in the trade about right here, and I'll probably be looking to take profits according to the last swing high right here. This is where I'll be taking my profits. So it would make a lot of sense to say, oh look, People taking profits. Look at this candle right here, right? That's just me. Somebody else might do it different. That's the way I would do it. So right here, as it came up into this level, look what happened. People taking a little bit of profits right here, right? All right. So the more maybe experienced traders, or maybe even greedier traders, they might wait for it to come up a little bit more and take profits right here. You see what I'm saying? So again, when you're breaking these newer levels, you can kind of expect that. But anyway, we got our 2 trades today, and yesterday I think we did it in it took us a little longer yesterday, and we started recording a little later. But today we did it in 2 trades. Again, it's not every day, but the thing is, you just have to stick with it, be disciplined in your trading. You know, don't overtrade. You know, we do our 5% every day, and you know, you just have to be consistent. And with that being said, hopefully somebody learned something. And yeah, we all done for today. First trade we got off was on Boeing again. We got in on this trade here as the market was coming down. We had our resistance level down here. I'm sorry, our support level down here. And we got in on this trade. And of course, the last trade was on Apple. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm about to head to my Quotex account, and I'll see you there. Peace.